You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean.
Night and day, for next to nothing pay, so they can't see the way. We don't enjoy equal facility, like Pharaoh and company, brainwashing we say we free. We just can't hold this way, we just can't hold this way. Please deliver us today, we just can't hold. Suffer like this. You said that you would take care of the poor, just like you did in Egypt. When Pharaoh had the Israelites in bondage, you delivered them. But here again, we are in the same khaki band. We have those modern Pharaoh who oppress the poor, who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lie. Not even thinking that we would realize exercise. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Never be up to judgment day. Just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites believed they. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites living there. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go this way. Please hurry up with judgment day.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you that there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out of the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You've got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, the other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get to falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. And the comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose. And when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it, because they never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, they will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody.
You get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to rise up, you got to stand up. Pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know, as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on a purple t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a maroon t-shirt. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatania, Xenarania, Sonaranias. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, come with me. We have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
Yeah, and of course, that is the one and only love Dr. Reni Mohammed. He coined that here for WZYE. If you think you want to coin something for WZYE, do it, you know. And if we think it good enough, you could get in the rotation. You know what I mean? You know what I know? Do a little calypso, a little thing, a little Santi Manite, do a little parang. You know, I say Caribbean soul, I say Brooklyn, and trying to do parang and trying to do all kind of, extempo and thing. Want to do a little extempo, you see, we are want to do a little extempo. We go pull in the rotation. You have no problem here doing that. But folks, as you know, we say it, and we mean it, and we do it. We are the only program on the planet with an oath/pledge to the people that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Here we go.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And of course, folks, there you have it. There you have it. I have to tell you, we always say this here. We originate, we don't imitate. We lead in the pack. Yeah, we lead in the pack. We lead in the pack. Because when you come in the village, that's what we call it in the village. You will be edified. Yeah, edified. Oh, let me bring in my co-host, the man himself, the one and only, the young man.
Good evening, Wall Street. Good evening. How are you doing today, my good friend?
Tommy boy, I had a marvelous day today, boy. First of all, today is the last day of class for me before Thanksgiving.
True.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to my tofurkey. You know it's tofurkey, right?
Yeah, tofu turkey.
Here we go. Boy, already imagine all the turkeys living just for me.
Made out of tofu.
Made out of tofu. You know, the people only ever had tofu turkey. Oh boy, Tommy boy. You know, but that thing that tastes so good, Tommy boy. I swear I eaten turkey, no boy.
It is turkey, but just tofu turkey.
Tofu turkey, man. The thing tastes good. You know, let it try. Ladies and gentlemen, you all don't know what you all missing. I'm telling you ahead of time. You all don't know what you all missing. You know, I don't know turkey. I don't know tofu turkey, boy. Tofurkey.
You know what I always I mean, Thanksgiving Day is one day, but the day after it's called Black Friday. You know why?
Nah, why? Why?
Because that's the day that you can buy a black for. It was the day when you can buy a black for a good price.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, you told me what?
Oh, once upon a time, and on that same street where you used to work too.
On Wall Street. Yeah. Tommy. What actually is the meaning of Thanksgiving? Let me see. Let me find that out. What is the meaning of Thanksgiving? How did it originate? Would that be better?
How did it originate?
Yeah. We want to know that. Do they celebrate Thanksgiving in Trinidad?
We just have a Thanksgiving. Individuals just have their own Thanksgiving when they're grateful for accomplishments or whatever, you know.
Okay. But they don't have a Thanksgiving like how we have a Thanksgiving.
We don't have a universal Thanksgiving Day.
But you're celebrating Thanksgiving now in Trinidad, or not?
Yeah, well, many of us who live from the United States would carry the culture because that's what we grew up on, so to speak.
But I know a fella, Steve. He had a bakery up in Lavantil, and he used to have a Thanksgiving once a year. You know, where he used to give people used to line up around the block. You know.
Yeah, well, people do that. They give thanks. They give alms.
So here it is. Thanksgiving has its origin in the early 17th century. The most commonly cited event is the 1621 harvest feast shared by the Plymouth colonists, the Pilgrims, and the Wampanoag Native Americans. excuse me. This feast was held to celebrate the pilgrims' first successful corn harvest in the New World. The pilgrims who had arrived on the Mayflower in 1620 endured a harsh first winter, with many succumbing to disease and malnutrition. With the help of the Wampanoag, particularly a Native American named Squanto, they learned vital survival skills such as how to cultivate corn, fish, and extract sap from maple tree. The 1621 feast was a 3-day event that included food and games, and it is considered one of the first Thanksgiving celebrations in the colonies. Thanksgiving became an official national holiday much later. Excuse me. In 1863, during the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed a national Thanksgiving Day to be held each November. This was largely due to the effort of Sarah Josepha Hale, a writer and editor who campaigned for a National Day of Thanks. Today, Thanksgiving is celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November in the United States and is a time for families and friends to gather, share a meal, and give thanks for their blessings. So, Tommy, you know what happened, right?
Yep.
They shifted our whole thing into a whole commercial thing with Turkey.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Because everything you gotta figure out how to monetize it.
Yeah. They shift it into a Turkey thing. And that is it. Yeah? Yeah, they're real good, you know.
Oh yeah. It's capitalism as a game, you know.
Yeah. Do they have it in the ruling government? Do they celebrate Thanksgiving or what?
Do the ruling government celebrate?
Yeah, whichever government. Do they celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, every it's the United States, you know.
Not talking about Trinidad.
Trinidad this is not an official holiday in Trinidad. It's just another day. Except that we who have American heritage in us may choose to celebrate it.
Well, maybe the Prime Minister could come up with something and kill a rabbit on Thanksgiving and share it out, you know. Kill one of your rabbits up in the farm. Or one of your goats and just share it to the people. You know what I mean? To give
See
thanks.
see what Robert says in the chat? He said, I'm having Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday.
Okay. So Thursday Thanksgiving.
He says, are you having the program on Thursday? Well, I guess we won't be.
Yeah.
Thursday is a big holiday. No programming on Thursday.
No program on Tuesday. We in America now. We had to celebrate Thanksgiving.
We have to respect the big day because Thanksgiving in the United States is bigger than Christmas Day.
Yeah. That is our next day. They say Christ was born on Christmas Day, right?
But yes, but Thanksgiving Day is celebrated with more enormity than Christmas Day when you really think about it.
Yeah. You see this PNM government? Them need to give a Thanksgiving Day in Trinidad. Seriously. Them need to like shout 100,000 in each constituency and they get them a Thanksgiving Day. Let them get a Thanksgiving.
They'll do that. They'll do it for Christmas, man. Don't worry.
They do it for Christmas?
Yeah.
Nah. The only how them go do that is as an election gimmick.
Well, EG or non-EG, it will be done.
Yeah. And they only go do it in PNM constituency.
You sure?
Yeah. That will be good.
In Chumakak too?
Yeah, well, Lavanty West. That is our PNM constituency.
All righty.
Have to do it up there. Well, Fitzgerald Hines mightn't do it in Chumakak. He might do it in St. Barb's.
All right.
Yeah, because he does do everything over on the other side. The only time them not see me in Chumaka is when the election come.
All right. Well, election coming, so they go see him.
Yeah. They go see him, man. You go make an appearance. I feel the Prime Minister might make an appearance. Because the last time he make an appearance in Chumaka Claventon was in 2011, eh? And when the building burned down. You understand?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but you know, Tommy, I don't understand something. How come prime ministers don't go into communities and not just when there's an election or they're going to have a conference? Let's go into communities and walk around and talk to the people. How come?
I don't know. Maybe when we get you as the prime minister, we'll get that tradition started.
I'm telling you, if I am prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago, every month, well, no, it's 41 constituencies, right? I have to cover all 41 constituencies, and I have in what's called prime minister on the block. Prime minister on the block. You understand? I go in, I bring in lunch, and we're going to do a cleanup in our community. We pick in our community, 41 constituencies, we're going to do a cleanup. Prime minister on the block. I ain't going to have no conference. We're always saying out in the audience, and all that ask me a question. Prime minister on the block. All are we working together for a better community? How about that?
That's a very, very, very good initiative.
You feel MP and people go thief the idea?
Well, let's hope that they steal it.
They're very good at thieving it.
But it'll be for the betterment of the community.
Yeah, well, I don't mind. Yeah. You know, Tommy, you're right. Hey, Patty, you, PNM Fox, Gordon Joseph, Altia, I know the pastor internet search engine name listening. I don't talk about it today too. I know them listening. I know Miss Felicia's does listen, the one in the morning. I know Mr. Bacteria does listen. I know Mr. Hates does listen. And Mr. Bingo. All of them that Tommy does listen, nobody. And all of them listening, or they take that back to all your prime minister. Oh, no, let me rephrase that. Take back to the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me say that. Take it back. Yeah, take it back. Patty, you have my permission to take it back. You and PNM Fox and Gordon Joseph all they take it back. Them don't have no innovative ideas. None. Zero.
They're gonna take the idea and implement it, man. Election come.
Take it and implement it.
That's what we want to happen. Elections come.
And Patty and PNM Fox and Gordon Joseph and Altia and Mr. Bingo, Mr. Hates, Mr. Bacteria, and the PSA hater. Again, all your next one. Right? All you do, MP on the block too. Do a MP on the block. You understand? Same thing. Once a month, the MP go around and they go and clean up things in a certain constituency. MP on the block. All the thief, take the idea, take it. Innovative, you know, Tommy?
Yep.
That was innovation. Take it. All take it. Again, out of the way free. So all you can say that Tommy and I don't come and give all the solutions. MP on the block. I'm more, you know, but I can't give all you everything. Or rather try and come up with something for yourself. Or rather try. Come up with something. Let me go to the chat.
So you see the opposition came out in a big way to oppose the SRC's recommendation.
Yeah, we played that yesterday, Tommy.
Yeah, but I'm saying yeah, I know, but I'm saying it came out in the news in a big way today.
Yeah, but listen, I tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago, a fish doesn't rotten from the tail. True. And I said also, silence is what, Tommy?
Consent.
Silence is consent. And I go play the one with the pastor with the internet search engine name. But he get confuffled there. Confuffled. He was confuffled. Yes. Right. And we go play it and show you. Tommy, I have said over and over and over that Prime Minister Rowley, right, have compromised almost every independent institution in Trinidad and Tobago. 100%. He have compromised them. Anytime you have that man signing off on anything, cancel Christmas. Let me repeat that. Anytime you have Prime Minister Rowley have to be the last decision maker in Trinidad and Tobago, all you cancel Christmas. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Because they are compromised. Yes, they are compromised. But let me go to the chat. Mr. Intellectual was first, and he said, "Good evening, Prawn, Uncle T, and all villagers. Hope you all have a marvelous Monday, filled with all of God's choices, blessed, making it productive and successful." Thank you, man. Why are you not hearing about the Auditor General report and the GLSC? What are they trying to hide? Just like me hearing nothing about whether they agree or disagree with it. Tommy, think about this now, boy. The transformational Jamaica Prime Minister come out and tell the people, listen, I don't want no salary raise. I don't want no salary increase. I can't see people suffering and only gave me a 214% increase. Nah, I don't want nothing. Man come out and said it. He said it. He took the lead. That's what transformational leaders do. Transactional leader, which is Prime Minister Rowley, sit silent and wait to see what happens. You understand? A transaction happened because the UNC came out and said they don't want none. That's a transaction. No, he back against the wall. He had to come out and say something now. That is the fella.
Well, his spaghetti has been thrown on the wall, so
spaghetti already. Correct, Tommy. Spaghetti already thrown up on the wall, and them trying to figure out what will stick. And they say, "Oh God, boy, the UNC beat with it, boy. We had to make a statement." No, you know. Maybe he was send Stuart Young, or he might sell Colin, but you know, he might sell one of them. And Tommy, you know what make it even worse, Tommy? None of them ain't saying nothing, you know. None of them, you know.
Not one word.
Not one dog back, you know. Not one word. All of them, like they get permanent Novocaine, boy. Silence.
They're gonna be quiet until 2007, and when the new gas coming into play, you know. And then they're gonna say we want all the money now.
We owe you money now. Yeah, the Prime Minister want all the money now because he don't like the money to sleep out.
Right, he say you say let's sleep out for how much years since 2024?
Now
it's 2027. I want it and I want the interest.
Interest plus interest. I want my back pay. I want every penny. I don't want my money sleeping out. I don't like my money to sleep out. You understand? I don't want my money holding me. Tommy, he don't want this money holding him. Because if your money sleeping out, it don't holding you.
True.
It don't holding you. He don't want money holding him. You know? But that's a good one, you know. The Prime Minister don't want the money holding him. I should not go down that road, no?
Well, you done reached there already.
Let me not talk for no holding thing. Let me not talk about Hey, let me go back to the chat. Mr. Intellectual say, what is happening with indemnity with the $1 million man and ex-AG? What is going on with Venture Credit Union matter? What's going on with the Brent Thomas case? Mr. Intellectual.
You're thinking a little too much, boy.
Yeah. Put on that glass. Put on that glass.
Put on the game code.
What's going on with the $5 billion questionable contract? When we get some answers, all right. Wait, you will get some just now. Wait. Hey, look, we partner from Fishing Pond, boy. Bijram, boy.
Hey, Bijram. How you doing?
Bijram said, good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. All listeners locked on. Share the live. The message, JS spreading. Today menu, fry body with sada roti. Veggie food these days. Okay. Bijram, you go see the difference, you know. I'm telling you. Get rid of all them. First of all, start with pork. Get rid of pork first. Get rid of pork and get rid of soda. First two things. Take it step by step. Take it inch by inch. Inch by inch, everything is a cinch. Stop soda and pork. Get rid of them too. Fried body. You ever had fried body, Tommy?
Absolutely.
I never had that.
How you had body?
You cook it,
How you cook it?
you put it in the pot and you steam it.
All right. Yeah, you can steam it. Yes.
You steam boy, you never know it's a fried body. You fry body.
Yeah, fried body too, man.
Body do have seeds inside it. You have fried the seeds too.
You eat everything. You eat in the seed and the pot and everything in one.
Nah, boy, I never had no fried body. Fried body, I first time I hear about that. When I'm thinking fried body,
Yep.
that's a staple food in Trinidad.
Yep.
Nah. To me, we was deprived of a lot of things in Chumakak, boy.
Well, you just had a different way of preparing things.
What different way?
You steam it, right?
Yeah, we steam it. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it was. Folks, share the live, eh? Share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Don't forget, subscribe. We want to get to 10,000 subscribers. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you could reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also, 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Remember, text and voice notes are welcome.
So, Tommy, all of these things happening, and we somehow, my family wasn't able to partake in all these things as I shouldn't be going on.
Oh,
What is that one?
well, you're learning, so you catch up.
I'm learning. I just tell my wife, boy. And you know what I just start doing? I just start taking a note. Every time Bijan put something in the chat, I don't write it down because plenty things he put in the chat, I have not the pleasure of sampling it or eating it. So I don't put them down. Yeah, I don't put them down. Caribbean Soul say Wall Street. So Watson you come out and say the PM with more than 87K, he should get 100,000K. Gordon Joseph says, good evening all. Thanks to God, he gave us another day. Let's do and say what can make him smile, and so will be done. Okay. Hey, look we good. Look we next PNM friend, boy. Tommy, she come good tonight, boy. Patty said, good night, Miss. Oh, you see, Tommy? You see, Tommy? You see what she does do? Them just do things on purpose, you know. Good night, Mr. Tommy on Wall Street. You see? You see, Tommy? Look, watch it. You see it?
Good night, Miss Patty.
You see it? Let me don't say
Yep.
nothing. Next thing they're gonna say I this and I that. I ain't saying nothing. Sure, let's put it up on the screen for you to see it. Yeah, Hanif says sole reward for non-performance is the order of the day. Yeah. Who does review the prime minister? Who does give prime minister an appraisal?
Himself.
Himself. So
I'm
let me
the
take
voter.
this call off here. All right, I'm taking this call. Go ahead for a minute.
Yeah, well, this is In the Village with Professor Wall Street and, of course, me, Uncle Tommy, inviting you to spend some time with us this Thanksgiving week. Remember, we wouldn't be here on Thursday, but so you can get in whatever you have to get in today and tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow, God willing, also. Remember to call in. It's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. We can be reached right here, WhatsApp, voice notes, and text messages are welcome also.
Yeah, correct. So Tommy, Shanika, welcome. Yeah.
Welcome, Shanika.
Shanika's joined us before, you know. Where you joining us from again, Shanika? Let us know. She says greetings all. Hanif says with the Indians sharing the settlers. Oh God. This is electricity to, 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 to give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give thanks for what? For suffering citizens of TNT. Give t Patty says, oh gosh, have your show now. She says, PNM don't need the advice. Patty, let me tell you something, eh? You know, the Prime Minister took my advice previously. You know that, right? I never really talk about it. You know that, right? More than once, took my advice and I turned out very positive, Patty. Just so you know, eh? Yeah? Just so you know, Patty. Don't worry yourself. Patty, you ever met Prime Minister Rowley? Let me ask that question. You ever met Prime Minister Rowley? Seriously, you ever met Prime Minister Rowley? Give.
He asking me that?
No, Patty.
Oh, okay.
No, I know you met him already.
Mm-hmm.
Patty, give KPB. Yeah, I go get them plenty of advice. Don't worry yourself. And some of them advice go help you, Patty. Yeah? Highly, he who conceived iniquity was pregnant with mischief, bring forth failure, oh blessing and love. Highly welcome, boy. We been seeing a little bit, boy. Like it cool up in Canada, boy. Ashford Legaton. Night to all as always. Ashford says, all I have to say tonight, Mr. Manning, I warn all you is the worst PNM that ever governed TNT in this present. Oh God. Oh God.
It's PM, not PNM, PM.
Well, PNM and PMN, much difference. Same difference. Robert says, PR, the PNM needs good cutting edge ideas. Them not what ideas. Them ideas is to continue to rely on gas and oil. That is it. That is it. And depend on Venezuela to get gas. That is it, Robert says PR, that is why they got swept into Tobago. Yeah. The soldier are welcome. The only thing that is not compromised is the Auditor General. They tried to do that too. Right, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
They tried that.
She didn't take the bait.
Yeah, but she didn't take the bait. Correct. She didn't take the bait. She didn't take the bait. Yeah? Right? Just showed us that you have to fry booty with tomatoes. That's how you used to do it, Tommy?
Yeah, man. Garlic, onion, tomato.
Yeah, I got it. What I like. I like a bull Jordan. We gotta cut it up.
Yeah, cut up the body.
I wonder if I could. Nah, boy. Me ain't going by Joe's to buy no booty. Them booty might come from China. Me want no booty.
Oh, Lord.
Me want no Chinese booty. Them booty, boy. Them. That might be a different kind of. That might be a booty, not booty, Hey, RH Building Services LLC. Guys, listening from Jersey, nice program. What part of Jersey? RH Building Services LLC. What part of New Jersey? Let me know. Just said I had fried booty with avocado with roti this morning. Yeah, fried booty. How to try that, boy? Tommy one doesn't St. Lucia, boy. Every morning is fresh avocado, boy.
Wow. What type?
Huh?
What type of avocado were you getting?
Is that different type of avocado?
The big ones or the small ones?
Nah, the big ones. Not them little ones. Them little ones just go brown, black real quick. Them just come from Mexico, right? And them Dominican Republic and thing, right? No.
Well, the little ones grow everywhere.
Them don't grow in Trinidad?
Yeah, man. They had the little ones and they had the big ones too.
That the little ones in Trinidad?
Yep.
I never see no small avocado in Trinidad. I never see no small avocado.
But the key to avocado, when you cut it, you gotta use some lime juice on it if you don't want it to.
Yeah. So you don't turn black, right?
Right.
Correct. Robert Nesbitt, the Wall Street PM took your advice. As a result, Fitzgerald got his job. Oh God. Just at Wall Street, I didn't know you could eat cooked bygone with bread. Bygone with bread. You ever heard that, Tommy?
Bygone, yeah. Yeah,
Nah,
you can eat bygone with anything.
let me tell you why I eat it bread and growing up in Schumacher, okay? And we're going for the break in 30 seconds. Butter, peanut butter, oil, smoke herring, um, shack. That wasn't too often though. Um, um, bulgur, well, nah, we used to put no plantain in bread.
You never eat plantain and bread?
Now when I come up here, nah, plantain, nah, we couldn't afford to put plantain in bread. That is a separate meal. Yeah, plantain is a separate meal. So folks, we're gonna go for the quick break. Stick and stay. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Of course, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. WZYE TV and YouTube. Subscribe. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Text and voice notes are welcome. Remember, these are WhatsApp numbers, so there's no charges.
So, Tommy, I want to play something that happened today. This just happened today. And it you know, I just want people to be a little more, don't try and mislead the people. You understand? And because when I come with my facts. Me come to mislead nobody. You understand? I come to tell you the truth. I know people don't like to hear the truth, but that is it. Jeff Bezos says any organization to function 100%, they need a mechanism for truth telling.
That's right.
Yeah, you need that. I listen, the fool says in his heart there is no God, such as corrupt, they do abominable deeds. That is not one who does good, wicked, and evil peer them. Yeah. Why do you just come out and tell the people, Tommy, we ain't taking the money. We don't want the money. We don't want it. What's so difficult, Tommy? Seriously. What was so difficult? Right? But listen to this, eh? In my estimation, you know what the Prime Minister go say? I'm going in the brain now. Yeah, I'm going in the brain. He don't know. Hold up. Hold up. All right. I don't understand that thing that one of my clients did. Yeah. Tommy, I'm speculating here. Here the out for Prime Minister, because nobody else, no other door can back. The only door could come out and back now is Prime Minister Rowley. Unless he decide he go there, Gary Sobers, Stuart Young come out and talk something, or you go send the Minister of Finance. They are simply going to take the side that we have nothing to do with the SRC. They make an appointment. They make appointment.
They make a suggestion.
They make suggestion. We go to cabinet vote on it. And if the vote is positive, we just go along with it. That is it. That is it. That's all we're doing. So the people can't blame us for doing that, Tommy. It's just like any other thing coming to the parliament and we voting on it. Same thing. That's how they go spin it. I'm telling you. Watch it. Watch.
I don't think anybody's going to take that money this time.
Where? What are you talking about?
You think they're so in need?
In need. Evil and wickedness in high places don't care, you know, Tommy. Tommy, the Prime Minister of Jamaica didn't take 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you know. He said he don't want it. How could he take it and poor people suffering in Jamaica? How could he do that? But you remember the Prime Minister said to make the rich richer so they could create opportunities for the poor. You don't have no problem with that. Right? Just order says Wall Street, the small avocados just get black. Yeah, real black boy.
Mm-hmm.
The small avocados get black when it get rice because of this. Oh, I do sell avocados. You smell small ones? And not go shoot Tommy. Growing up in Trinidad, I never really see small. I see them small when they're on the tree before they get big. Right? I see them on the tree. These avocados come from Dominica. Okay.
My brother has a few avocado trees, and some of them are small, some of them are sizable.
On one tree?
No, different trees. No,
you
get them from different trees.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you get small and big twig from one tree. What kind of thing is that? But yeah, Tommy, you know how expensive avocados is in this country?
Of course.
I mean, so all them other countries, right, exporting avocados here. Why we? Oh, there's so much industries we can have where people can make a living and bring in U.S. currency, not just U.S. currency, Canadian, UK into the country. But this current government, all them dependent on is oil and gas. That is it. Tourism, they really care about that. They only talk.
There's just so many different things. Look at the monetizing of cannabis. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Them burning up marijuana. What them doing? Them burning marijuana.
Because medical cannabis is a big deal now.
Yeah, but Tommy, this happened today, and some Caribbean soul sent this to me because some of them doesn't have the time, Tommy, to go and do all of this. So, folks, if all you see things, all you send it there, we go put it up. Send it. Take a listen to this stuff. Who has the final say?
It's not about no final say. It's like you're forming a committee and the opposition leader makes a recommendation of, okay, I want Wall Street, I want all the whoever, and then the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
Pastor Google. Oh, the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
And the opposition. Wall Street are done because you're trying to. No. Don't do it. Yeah, you are. You listen to me, Wall Street. No, either.
Who has the final say?
It's not about no final say. It's like you're forming a committee and the opposition leader makes a recommendation of, okay, I want Wall Street, I want all the whoever, and then the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
Pastor Google. Oh, the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
And the opposition. Wall Street are done because you're trying to. No. Don't do it. Yeah, you are. You listen to me, Wall Street. No.
Tommy, I asked the man a simple question. Who makes the final decision? He tiptoed around Balize house. He put on the tutu, right? He put on the Balize eye drops. He put on the red Balize contact lenses. He put on the Balize gloves because he ain't getting cold in Trinidad. He put on the Balize gloves, right? Right? He put on the red Balize Adidas. And the man run around Balize house. And when he make the first step and he come back and he see me, he tell me the same thing that I told him with respect to Prime Minister Rowley making the final decision. You understand?
True.
Yeah? But let me listen to the man again. Let me listen to this again. Boy, PNM propaganda, boy. Like, this is one of the propaganda machine, you know. Listen to him, eh? All the listener. This is not me, eh? This is just I calling the man. And this is what he had to say.
Yeah.
Who has the final say?
It have nothing about no final say. It's like you're forming a committee and the opposition leader makes a recommendation of, okay, I want Wall Street, I want all the whoever, and then the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
Pastor Google. Oh, the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
And the opposition. What should have done? Adam, because you're trying to. No, don't do it. Yeah, you are. You listen to me, watch you. No, either.
Who has the final say?
It have nothing about no final say. It's like you're forming a committee and the opposition leader makes a recommendation of, okay, I want Wall Street, I want all the whoever, and then the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
Pastor Google. Oh, the Prime Minister makes his recommendations.
And the opposition. What should have done, Adam? Because you're trying to.
Caller, welcome. Caller.
Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Atlanta. How are you? You hear me? Hello?
Yes, Wall Street. Good evening.
You're kind of low. Go ahead.
Oh, it's low.
Yeah, no, it's better now. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mrs. Atlanta.
Yeah. Just hearing this, what you're playing here, but remember it's not clear because I didn't hear what came before and it kind of chopped up, you know, the way, what his name is?
Pastor with the internet search engine.
Peking.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying is sounding sort of right to me because what the salary commission is doing is that's their they're putting that out, right? They put that out, right? And the salary commission people, it's kind of independent, but they are made up from people from what his name is, Rowley and Camera together, right? Whatever they put forth together, the salary commission, you know, do whatever they have to do. But I always know the two of them come together and people to make the final decision Wall Street is the people. I mean, it goes to the parliament and it's debated. So it's not really Rowley have to say, I want this and whatever he wants has to be debated. But Trinidadians don't know how to use their parliament because it's what Rowley say or what Kamala say. It has independence because if it goes to the parliament, it has at the end it's what parliament, what the debate ends up with, but it always end up like if it's the government because fools just say they just leave it as that, as the government, whatever the government say goes, and as the UNC is half less, you know, it's not a majority or anything. But if it had like the independent senators and things, it has to be debated right through. Right? But everybody.
Mr. Atlanta, who wanted Gary Griffith to be commissioner of police?
Look, on what you talking about.
No, I'm just asking a question. Who wanted Gary Griffith to be commissioner of police? I'm giving you an example. Who wanted Gary Griffith to be commissioner of police?
How do you get to that? How do you
because I'm giving you an example of what the pastor say. At the end of the day, the Prime Minister has the final say. With the police commissioner, Prime Minister Rowley wanted Gary Griffith as the commissioner of police. Who was commissioner of police?
Rowley.
But hold on. Secondly, Prime Minister didn't want Gary Griffith as commissioner of police. What happened? Hello?
Wall Street?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Not hearing you. Right.
I said, I listen to me if you didn't hear me. Prime Minister wanted Gary Griffith as commissioner of police.
Because
He gets what he wanted.
Right.
Nobody
And then
else.
Prime Minister decided he no longer wanted Gary Griffith. What happened?
He got what he wanted.
The man get what he wanted?
But that is because he wanted, all right, because that was he wanted, and he could have done that, and it didn't have no committee, it didn't have nobody to oppose. Did it go to a vote?
So did it, yeah, of course it went to a vote.
Was it debated in Parliament? Well, it's not Rowley want. Well, then it was not what Rowley wanted.
Yeah.
Then. If it went to be debated or to a vote, it's not what Rowley. Even if he want that, it's supposed to be what the people, whoever he thinks.
No, Mr. Atlanta. In this situation, the people could want what they want.
Wall Street, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
We are not on Gary Griffith. That is another kind
No,
of
that's
thing.
an example. That was just an example.
But it's not the same example because
Yes, it is.
With listen to me, with this what they call that again?
SRC.
The
SRC.
salaries.
Yeah.
It is not what Rowley says. That's what I'm telling you. It ends up that way because we are people goes along. We are, and you always say that go along people, but it goes to a vote. It's not. It is not what Rowley may want, and we don't know what he wants yet because he has not stated. So when it goes to Parliament and we debate it, he can say, yeah, nay, what? It's debated by everybody, by the independents, the 41 constituencies voted by.
Mr.
It is debated by everybody.
Mr.
So when all I'm saying, Wall Street, when it's through and debated, and they make the decision, you could say, oh God, that's what Rowley, what you will hear, what Rowley saying, and what this one saying, and what about that. But right now it's speculation.
Mr. Atlanta.
Why do you want speculation?
No, Mr. Atlanta, how come not one member of parliament under the PNM have come out and made a statement on the salaries?
Because it's not a business to make us, it has to be debated, right? Whether they could talk what they want. Everybody could talk, you could open your mouth and you talking.
Mr. Atlanta, come on. If I am a member of parliament, I could say, I don't want no increase.
We know, all right, but we know that, and everybody says, I might say what I say too. Uncle Tommy might say what Tommy might say what he wants to say. We are not debating that. It has not been debated in Parliament.
It doesn't matter. It don't have to be debated. Prime Minister Rowley could come out tomorrow and say he don't want no increase.
Who tell you that? No. The law says that's what I tell you. Go back now on Google and see how that comes about. Right? That's what I will tell you. There are certain things that don't go through that way.
The Jamaican Prime Minister.
That was Jamaica.
No, but I'm just telling you. He decided before they even talk about it in Parliament. I don't want no increase. Talk done.
That's the law. They must be. And I don't know about Jamaica. Okay, I don't know about. I know in Trinidad, even if the Prime Minister say this, I want that. Even if the Prime Minister come out and say I will be voting for that, it has to be debated. Okay, that is normal.
Once he come out and say it done.
No. In our law, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Legal under the Constitution.
Ms. Atlanta,
you're working with it's not what you say.
If Prime Minister Rowley come out and say he for the increase, cancel Christmas, it's done. That's what will happen.
No. I'm just telling you. Even if he says it, it might happen. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. No, I'm not saying it would not happen. It has to go through what it has to go through.
That's just a rubber stamp. That's just a rubber stamp. That's just a rubber stamp.
No, but if he was, I mean, but it still is not what he say and done. Okay, it has to go through the rubber stamp.
That's just a rubber stamp.
Well, it has to go through the rubber stamp.
Yeah.
Wall Street.
So
you're like a little child. You see, Bally said, you're like a little child. And you get a whip, right?
Yeah.
Bali say Wall Street, you understand what I say. You well understand. You just as you got what's his name? Pastor Google upset because he's looking upset. I just watching your
you upset?
Your little film there with Pastor Google. You like to rile up Pastor Google.
No, I don't rile up. I come with the fact. If you think the facts rile you up, then so be it.
The Constitution, so check it.
All right.
Right?
You. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. If wait.
No, at the end of the day, If the Prime Minister doesn't want it, then he would say he doesn't want it. If he wants it, he'll say he wants it.
Simple. Simple. And if he says he wants it, it's going to happen.
He's going to get his support because
Of course.
he has the majority.
And if he doesn't want it, it's not going to happen. Is that simple? So the SFC can recommend from now till the cows come home to roost. That is what it's called. It's not the cows. Is it cows, Tommy? Yeah.
Yeah, the cows and the chickens or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the chickens. The chickens. It's not the cows. Till the chickens come home to roost. Whatever Prime Minister Rowley wants, Prime Minister Rowley gets. Why not one? One? All right. A half a PNM MP. Half. Half a one and a half of the other. Come out and make a statement. Not one of them. Not one word. I had to look for that song by Sugar Aloes. Yeah. Brooklyn, welcome.
Hey, was good night to you, Uncle Tommy. Good night to the viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
And to Miss Atlanta, it's not the government that you know there right now. Wall Street is absolutely right. Keith Christopher Rowley put his people in every corner, right? Even in the UNC, it's a PNM. That's why they tried to overthrow Kamala the other day. So Atlanta, the president, if I have to go to she, giving it to Rowley. If the police commissioner voted, she too PNM. Everybody, the house speaker, the speaker of the house, PNM. Everybody. So who gonna say no, Miss Atlanta? This man read the dictatorship book and come and run Trinidad and Tobago. Well, Trinidad especially, right down to the ground under a dictatorship leadership. So Wall Street is right. What Rowley say is what goes. That's why when Rowley opened his mouth, no dog back.
No dog back.
You understand?
Well, no.
Anything.
Wait. Brooklyn, you could back, but after you get an injection of Novocaine, and you ain't go back no more.
Exactly. And because you don't want to get an injection,
back.
back.
You could back all the way you want. Back. Hey, Amy Brown back. He got injection to Brazil. Penny Bettles back. She got injection to New York. Oh, going back. You back. Back now.
When they start back, they can't hear themselves. Because why? You get them the injection and take away the pain. It's either do or die. He came out and talked about the court, what you say, the court of secrecy or something like, how you say?
The Cosa Nostra. You take an oath of secrecy. We are like the Cosa Nostra. We know what the Cosa Nostra here in America, you know. We know, you know.
I'm going to tell you, in the PNM, you take an oath of secrecy. But when he went and rat out Manning, he forget about the rules of the PNM. When he went and talk all kind of thing about Manning. And that's how I will always tell people. Only don't forget, this man don't like nobody but the rich. Because in his mind, his job to be leader of a country was for he to become filthy rich. And that is exactly what's happening. Exactly what happening. And all the friends is rich people. He have no poor friends. That's why when you think you's a PNM and Rowley like you, Rowley don't know you. Pastor Google can't go in around the house. You understand? One time, when the reporter had an interview with him, because she was a nice little Indian woman, and she went to him, the security officer said, yeah, Mr. Rowley is waiting for you. When he come out, he be back showing up his chest. That the kind of leader we have. A funny one. I got.
Yeah, man, bless. Yeah, Tommy, we never in the history of Trinidad and Tobago have we ever experienced independent institution being compromised in this way. Never in the history. Not under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, not under Patrick Manning, not under Basdio Pandey, not under Chambers, not under A&R Robinson. And maybe you could go back to Eric Williams. Never have been institution been compromised this way. All of them is just a rubber stamp now. A rubber stamp. anytime them had to bring something and the prime minister makes the final decision, right? We know what it's going to be. If it's in his favor, yes. But if you don't want it, like how we didn't want Gary Griffith no more, cancel Christmas for you. It's over. That is it. And the examples are there. Miss Atlanta, it's there for you to see. Maybe you don't want to see, but it's there for you to see. You can see it. Tommy, it's not like I'm making this up, Tommy. I'm making it up.
No, we can't make this up.
No, but tell me I'm making
I will call.
Go ahead, take the call.
ZYE, you're live.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Atlanta.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Atlanta. Go ahead.
Yes, Wall Street. I am not saying debating what you are debating. You know, your things are true, and you know what you speak about, right? Okay. But why you're still saying if what his name is, if Prime Minister Rowley don't want that or whatever it is, why does he say that and shut up? Where is it going? Like, why doesn't he just pass that? He just said, okay, tomorrow morning, and you show the money that he's supposed to have. Why doesn't he just say it? Where is he going? And I want you to tell me, because I don't know Wall Street.
You don't know what? What you don't know? What you don't know?
What is that?
Say that again, Miss Atlanta. What you don't know?
You said what Prime Minister say goes, right? Whatever Prime Minister.
Yeah,
so why this salary doesn't go that way? Just, all right, tomorrow morning or from now on, the salaries are so and so and so and so and so and so and so. End of story. What is he waiting on to say that?
Miss Atlanta, if Prime Minister Rowley comes out tomorrow and says, we don't want no salary increase, it's done, it's over with, cancel Christmas, it's over, it's done. They could go and debate it in Parliament how much they want. At the end of the day, they're not going to have it. On the flip side.
Right, I'm not saying.
Let me finish. If Prime Minister Rowley decides tomorrow to come out and say, well, all you know what? The SRC make the decision and let it go to Parliament, and then I will make the decision after Parliament make the decision. He can tell all them people them.
But that's what I was telling you.
We voted. But he can make the final decision and reject it.
Right, but that's what I'm asking you, Rowley. You just said that he waited. He said he waited. What? Waited until it's finished to say it?
Miss Atlanta, Dr. Rowley don't have to wait for nothing. He don't have to wait. He could make a decision right now before it even debates in Parliament. And whether he make a decision yea or nay, whatever decision he makes and go to Parliament, that is the final decision anyway. If he says yes,
so what
that is the final decision. If he says no, that is the final decision.
I'm telling you, yes, it will. Everybody knows it will end up like that. But I'm just telling you, it has to go to Parliament. That's all I'm saying.
But Mr. Atlanta, going to Parliament is a rubber stamp. You know what it is?
Right, but and I agree with you.
You know what I like?
Wall Street. I agree with you.
That's like going to
Wall Street
and ending up in France.
Right.
Yeah. We have a next call holding Miss Atlanta. Go ahead.
Okay, Miss Atlanta.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, they have me cracking up here this evening. First with the food, now with this SRC thing.
Yeah.
Was it that you were discussing with the pastor with the Google name?
Somebody doesn't know. What we was discussing, he was talking about the salary increase, right? And I call him, tell him, really and truly, I said first, I said the SRC is a party group, right? And I said that the final decision is with the prime minister. And he come out and said the same thing. And then when he realized he make a mistake, he threw Ms. Kamala Prasad the assessor in it too. Oh God, you know, there's real kicks and shoot.
Well, I made an attempt a couple of times to listen. And one time I was going through the phone and I heard them on YouTube. And I was listening. It so happened that you came on and you was talking, and then I tried to understand the logic and trying to relate to you. And a couple of times after that, I tried listening, but I had real difficulty. So I don't. Whenever I come across them or while scrolling through and thing, I don't bother again because they seem to be very I don't know, ignorant, or I don't know if ignorant is the word, unlearned, I should say. Well, ignorant. And they doesn't seem to be willing to listen to a different point of view. I could understand a man listening to a different point of view if it making sense. And I guess with those guys and them, nothing that sensible makes sense to them. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand.
Anything with any kind of common sense or logic behind it, they can't understand that. They only understand illogical kind of stuff. So I don't bother to listen.
You know, Mr. Intellectual, that's a good point. Because listen to this, I told them, the Prime Minister of Jamaica rejected a pay increase. When I go to Parliament, it come out, he says, nah, I can't do that and have other people suffering. I'll go play the video again. I can't do it. Why can Prime Minister Rowley, he don't have to wait for them to go to Parliament? He don't have to wait. If he comes out tomorrow, the UNC already rejected, right? The UNC rejected. You think if Prime Minister Rowley rejected now, you think they'll go to Parliament and it will be voted in? No,
it won't.
It won't. So
But
once he rejected, I keep telling them a fish doesn't rotten from the tail.
I understand that, but that's true, right?
Yeah.
The honest why we know that the Salary Review Commission had a report is because that report was laid in the Parliament.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
That was laid in the Parliament already. The thing is, Cabinet hasn't given their approval. Right? Cabinet had to sit and say whether we accept or we reject. Now, no cabinet member ain't going to go against the Prime Minister. Remember, he's the head.
Yeah, come on. That and it makes sense.
So if all of them decide, watchmen, we're not going against the Prime Minister. If the Prime Minister want this, we vote in so.
Yeah.
Right? So they vote for it. Or all of them say, boss, here what's going on. We can't do that right now, because it go look bad in the public eye because election coming. They had an opportunity to say yay or nay. And when they do that, they could say to the public, we review the SRC's recommendation and listen. When we go to the Parliament, we are not going to support that. We are only going to support certain parts of this recommendation for, let me say, for the judges and the magistrates and all those other public servants other than us politicians to take a pay raise. They could do that, right? Because they have the opportunity to send back the recommendation to the SRC and let it come up with something different. So they could suggest to the SRC, listen, we want all to do this, right? And give the public servants and them an increase, but leave out the politicians. They could suggest that. Or they could come to the parliament and say, listen, we don't accept this recommendation. There are certain parts in the recommendation that we don't accept. They could pacify the public in doing something like that. But no, they prefer to allow the population to be in suspense whether or not the prime minister want this or you don't want it.
And Mr.
You know?
Intellectual, you know what's sad though? You know what's sad, boy? The PNM supporters supporting it, gone ho, boy. Hey, but them supporting it, you know?
Well, you see, the thing is, right? People who have very little to hold on to, whatever is thrown in front of them, they're going to grab at it, you know. You understand? And if there is very little hope for people who doesn't have much, are you talking about hope now, right? Who doesn't have much hope, going to cling on to that because that's what the PNM offers. Their supporters. Maybe likewise the UNC, if the UNC have supporters and they throw something to them, they might hold on to it the same way, right? But for people who think independently and who looks at things differently, they would understand that, listen, when you analyze this thing, this just doesn't make sense.
And that is
right?
all, Mr. Intellectual. All put on your critical thinking hat and look at it and say, let me see if there are any examples outside of Trinidad and Tobago where a prime minister was allocated a raise and he said, nah, I can't do that because of the people in the country suffering or the people in the country in difficulties. Just put on a little thinking hat. Nah.
But if I remember correctly, I think at one point in time the UNC rejected SRC recommendation, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was in 2014, somewhere around there. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I can't put my head on a block for that.
Right, I ain't sure.
But if my memory serves me right, I think they did reject an SRC recommendation. The last one, the PNM did reject it. They sent it back to the SRC, and the SRC came up with this particular one.
What's that the one before? Increase. You want to send back, right? And what they come back with now?
Back, but one was accepted in the sense that where the pension and stuff like that and thing was raised, they had some adjustments to the pension and so forth, so that when the prime minister retires as a salary, he gets his pension would be the salary that he has been collecting for the past 17 years. You understand? So he has that going for him. I think same thing with the president and so forth. If I'm incorrect, somebody could correct me and let me know what it really was that they accepted. But the thing is, everything seems to be jokey in a kind of way that people not educating themselves and thinking about how things could get better outside here and how we could come up to a higher standard and we have so much examples on the outside, right? Like you say, the Jamaican prime minister, Mr. Holness. If people would just take a little look at how governance is on the outside compared to us, right? Like I hear somebody was talking about the flooding this morning. Most ridiculous that it have flooding all over the world.
Yeah.
I agree it have flooding all over the world. And I agree that it has climate change. Right? And I agree that what happened that wasn't expected, right? But you have to put things in place. If there's a conscious government, you have to put things in place to ensure that you have mitigating circumstances to take care of that particular issue that may arise.
True.
You know that they're going to have extra rainfall and this kind of thing. Then clean the rivers, make some retention ponds, do something worthwhile so that it would relieve some of the water from going into people's houses and flooding them out and causing so much damage. It doesn't take a scientist to tell you that.
Even them is
Simple
intellectual.
little things that they could do, and
Yeah,
they're
man.
not doing it.
Yeah, man.
You know, so I agree with you that the man was way off base when he talked there, and he seemed to be aggravated because you asked him a question.
Yeah, man.
Have
Thanks.
a blessed night, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
You too.
So, folks, listen to this. Listen to this one. Listen to this. We had to wake up, you know. We have to wake up. And listen, support your party all you want. Oh God, you're supporting everything, boy, Tommy, boy. Everything, boy, Tommy, boy. Everything. Nothing bothers you, Tommy. Not you. Nothing bothers them, Tommy.
Well, we see really try.
All right, let's listen to this.
All right, so today we're diving into some pretty choppy waters, I think. We're going to be talking about the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago's salary increase. And, well, let's just say the optics are interesting, to say the very least.
Yeah.
Our main source for this deep dive is this news article called $80,000 per month for PM. And trust me, that headline doesn't even begin to tell the half of it.
Yeah, what's really kind of striking about this is just the whole context of it. You know, Trinidad and Tobago, like a lot of countries right now, is facing some pretty serious economic problems.
Exactly. That's what we're going to try and figure out today. You know, how does this big pay raise for the PM? How does that square with what's actually happening on the ground?
Right.
The article mentions some pretty shocking numbers right out of the gate. It says that the Prime Minister's salary is going up from $59,680 to $80,000
per month. And, you know, that's not just like a little bump. You know, this is the first time in Trinidad and Tobago's history that the prime minister is actually going to be making more than the president.
And I mean, you've got people who are struggling every day with the cost of living going up and up. And then at the same time, you have this huge increase for the guy at the very top. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like
a bad look.
Yeah. Kind of like that whole Marie Antoinette let him eat cake thing.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes you think about, you know, where their priorities are. Although the article does mention that the raise is partly balanced out by the removal of an $8,680 duty allowance that the PM used to get.
Okay, so can you break that down for me and the listener a little bit? What exactly is a duty allowance and why was it there in the first place?
Well, a duty allowance is basically extra money on top of your salary that's supposed to help you pay for things you have to do for your job. Like, you know, if you have to travel or entertain or, you know, other costs that come with being in such a high profile job.
So taking away that allowance and just adding it to the base salary, it's like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, right? I mean, it doesn't really change the overall picture.
Yeah, pretty much, especially when you consider that the PM's salary, unlike the president's, is taxed.
Oh, right.
So the real increase, while it's not the full $80,000, it's still a lot.
It definitely adds another wrinkle to this whole story.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the PM either, right? The article also talks about raises for other government officials, but they seem pretty small compared to his.
Yeah, that's true. Members of the House of Representatives are getting a raise from $17,410 to $20,668. And senators are getting a similar increase.
It's almost like they're playing on a totally different field.
Yeah.
And it just makes you think, if everybody's feeling the squeeze, why is there such a difference?
Right. That's the big question.
Yeah. We need to understand what's going on behind the scenes here, especially given how tough things are for the average person in Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely.
So when we say economic challenges, what are we really talking about? What's going on for everyday people there?
Well, like a lot of the world, Trinidad and Tobago is having to deal with, you know, all the economic fallout from global events. Everything's getting more expensive, especially basic things. And that's really hard on families, you know, especially families who don't make a lot of money. And then on top of that, you've got things like the energy industry, which is really important for their economy. But it's really unstable right now.
So you've got people struggling to buy groceries. And then at the same time, you've got this massive pay raise at the top. No wonder people are upset.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it doesn't look good.
Definitely not.
And it's not just the raise itself, it's also the timing of it all.
Oh, yeah. The article mentioned something about back pay, didn't it?
Right. These salary increases are retroactive to October 1, 2020. So that means that the PM and a bunch of other officials are going to be getting a big lump sum payment to cover the last 3 years.
Wow. So while everyone else has been having to cut back and deal with prices going up all the time, these people at the top have been basically racking up a huge bonus.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It definitely doesn't make it seem very fair. And on top of that, there's something else in the article that really jumped out at me.
Oh.
This space heater is being called the Tesla of heaters.
So, folks, that's a little commercial there from the Let me do this. Okay, hold on. We got you. We got to skip that. Okay, here we go.
All these tax exemptions on cars for government officials are staying in place. That includes all the members of parliament and top public servants.
So not only are they getting these raises and all this back pay, they also get a discount on cars. Talk about rubbing salt in the wound.
It just makes you wonder, are these perks really necessary right now? With the economy.
Tommy, that is not Tommy on Wall Street saying that, The men's foreigners,
Complete foreigners.
Eh?
Absolute, complete foreign.
Yes,
voice.
complete foreigners. And you hear the analysis? You hear it? So they go, oh yeah, Tommy and Wall Street don't like the PNM. Them only talking against the PNM. I wonder if them people know if it's the PNM in power. I wonder if they even know Prime Minister Rowley. Let me continue to listen.
The way it is, can they at least cut back on some of these things?
Yeah, it seems like a real missed opportunity to show that, they understand what people are going through. That we're all in this together.
Right.
But let's go back a bit. We keep talking about this article, but who actually gets to decide what these salaries are?
Oh, so in Trinidad and Tobago, they have something called the Salaries Review Commission, the SRC.
Okay.
And they're the ones who are supposed to look at all the salaries for government jobs and recommend any changes.
So they're the ones who came up with this big raise for the PM.
Well, they make recommendations, but the government is the one who makes the final decision.
I see.
And the interesting
Tommy, did you hear what the woman say?
Yep.
You hear that? Hear that? Who's the government? Who's the government? Make the final decision.
PM Rowley and his crew.
There we go.
thing is there have been times in the past when the government has said no to what the SRC recommended, or they've changed it.
Really?
Yeah. The article mentions a couple of examples, like back in the late 80s, the NAR government decided not to give the raises that the SRC had recommended for the cabinet. And then a few years later, the Manning cabinet actually changed some of the SRC's recommendations and gave smaller raises to some of the ministers.
So the government doesn't have to just do whatever the SRC says.
Exactly. They have some leeway.
Which I get.
Yep.
Tommy, you hear that? We saying that, and they're saying all kind of things. They don't have to follow this. They don't. But Prime Minister Rowley's silence is consent. And you know what? The toothpaste is already out of the tube because the UNC rejected. It's already out of the tube. You can't put it back in. Let's continue to listen.
Guess makes this whole thing with the PM's salary even more confusing. If they had other options and they know what's going on with the economy, what are they trying to say with this?
That's a good question. It's not just about the money. There are social and political things going on here too.
Ooh, okay. Break that down for us. What do you mean by social and political ramifications?
Well, think about how people see this decision. You know, if they think that the government doesn't care about them or understand their problems, it can really hurt people's trust in the government.
Yeah, and that can lead to people not voting or even protesting.
Exactly. Throughout history, we've seen time and time again that when people are struggling and they feel like their leaders don't care, it can lead to some really bad things.
And in the long run, wouldn't that just make it harder to fix the economy? If people don't believe in the system anymore, they're not going to want to be part of the solution.
That's right. Apathy can be just as bad as anger. It stops people from talking to each other and working together to make things better.
So what can they do? How can the government fix this and get people to trust them again?
I think the most important thing is communication. They need to be honest with people about why they made this decision. And
Honest, Tommy. Hear that word, Tommy? Honest. How could we have a man who lies blatantly be honest? How could that be? Remember, I said 36 years ago before I get married, my mother-in-law told me a lie has no memory. If you are blatantly lying to the people, how could you be honest with them? Well, maybe you could be honest and lie at the same time. All right, okay, yeah. All right, let's continue this.
I mean, really honest, not just giving some vague excuses.
So they need to say, we gave the PM this raise because, and they can give a real reason that people can understand.
Yes. And they need to do more than just explain the raise. They need to connect it to a bigger plan for how they're going to fix the economy. They need to show people that this decision will help everyone, not just the people at the top.
Okay, so
Tommy, these people, I feel them just listen to us to know, Tommy. I feel so.
Absolutely.
I feel they're listening to In the Village and Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics. But them this thing we just talk. We just talk here. That's what we just talk here. We don't just come and try to bash people. We talk facts and the truth.
The power.
And hear what these people saying? Well, it's a good thing is them and not we, Tommy, boy.
But they can't just say, trust us, this is good for you. They need to show people what they're doing to help everyone who's struggling.
Right. And actions always speak louder than words. Maybe there are some areas where they can cut spending or use that money to help people who are having a hard time making ends meet.
Tommy, when I say the 300,000 black people living below the poverty line, yeah, them, where won't she get a number from? Where you get a number from? None of them can fact check it, you know. Where you get a number from? Hear what the people talking about. Hear what the people talking about.
Yep. Run the track.
Maybe they could even look at those tax exemptions we were talking about.
It's about showing people that we're all in the same boat.
That's how you build trust and get people to work together.
Wow, this is really making me think. We started off talking about a salary increase, and now we're talking about the whole future of Trinidad and Tobago.
That's what's so interesting about this kind of stuff, you know? Economic decisions aren't just about numbers. They affect everything else that's going on in a society.
So what's the big takeaway for our listeners today? What's the one thing you want them to remember?
I'd say don't just look at the headlines, you know? Look deeper, ask questions, and try to understand the bigger picture.
What he's got in his pants is making...
So me, I don't know where this thing come out from.
Especially the ones made by people in power, have consequences that go way beyond the numbers. Stay informed, stay involved, and make sure your leaders know what you think.
I like that. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today. And to our listeners, keep learning, keep asking questions, and as always, keep the conversation going. So we were talking about how this whole thing with the PM's raise and, you know, the economic situation in Trinidad and Tobago, it's not a good look. And you're saying that this could actually have some serious consequences.
Oh, yeah, for sure. When people feel like the people in charge are out of touch, it can create a lot of cynicism and distrust.
Right.
And that can lead to all sorts of things like fewer people voting or even protests and unrest.
So it could be more than just people complaining. You're saying they might actually take to the streets.
It's definitely a possibility. We know from history that when you have economic problems and people feel like their leaders don't care, that can be a recipe for trouble.
And wouldn't that just make it harder to fix the economy in the long run? I mean, if people don't believe in the system anymore, they're not going to want to help fix it.
Exactly. Apathy can be just as damaging as anger. It stops people from coming together and working towards solutions.
So what's the solution? How can the government fix this and get people back on their side?
Well, I think the most important thing is to communicate them. They need to be honest with people and explain why they made this decision.
Okay.
And I mean, really honest. Not just giving some vague answer that doesn't really explain anything.
So they need to say, we gave the PM this raise because, and then give a real reason that makes sense to people.
Exactly. And it can't just be about the raise itself. They need to show people how this decision fits into a bigger plan to make the economy better. They need to show people that this is going to help everyone, not just the people at the top.
So they can't just say, trust us, this is good for you. They need to show people what they're doing to help everyone who's struggling.
Right. And they need to actually do things, not just talk about them. Maybe they can cut spending in some areas or use that money to help people who are having a hard time making ends meet. Maybe they could even reconsider those tax breaks for government officials.
Yeah, it's about showing people that we're all in this together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you build trust and get people to work together.
This has been a really interesting conversation. We started out talking about a salary increase, and we ended up talking about the future of Trinidad and Tobago.
It just goes to show you that the economy is connected to everything else that's happening in a country.
So what's the main takeaway for our listeners today? What's the one thing you want them to remember?
I'd say don't just take things at face value. Do your own research, ask questions, and try and understand the bigger picture. Economic decisions, especially when they're made by people in power, have consequences that go way beyond just the numbers. Stay informed, get involved, and let your leaders know what you think.
I like that. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today. And to all of you listening out there.
That's not WZYE. As you can clearly hear, it's an independent media source.
Correct is right. Yeah? Yeah? You hear that? So and listen to it. And Banma. All right, let's say it's AI Banma, as you say, right? Let's say it's AI. Right? What about the message? Think about the message. Hey, Tommy, he's saying it's AI. All right, it's AI. What about the message?
And so, what if it's AI? It's not. We know it's two individuals having a discussion.
Yeah, but Tommy, isn't the message more important more than anything else?
No, but further to that, if it was AI, how could AI reason in that fashion? You hear clear reasoning, and then the question, you are not ready. As a society, people like you are why we are in the mess we are in Trinidad. Like you, Banmeha, a waste of time. All you ever do is pull the nation down and further down. No elevation.
Yeah, Banma, you surprised me there, boy. You surprised me, boy. Oh God. The citizens can definitely raise and state opinion why it needs to decline and take stand, be bold and protect, or just vote them out for restore Trinidad and Tobago future. Miss Atlanta, you forget when Rowdy said he not closing down Petrochin? God, Miss Atlanta, they're going after you, boy. My friend Caribbean Soul, good night. How you keeping? All is well. Van Meyer says, hi, can you ID the clip for the sake of AI? What do you mean? What does it mean? ID the clip?
ID clip for sake of AI.
Yeah.
There's no ID for sake of AI.
Wall Street, but the sad reality is PNM supporters saying Kamala just rejected for votes. But for them, it's not a problem. We're only taking it because we voted him. Still, no matter what, shaking my head. West, I'm doing good, waiting for Christmas to come. Okay, so I understand. It could be AI. All right, Bandman. Let me say it's AI. Then what? All right.
So what?
It's AI.
Yes, AI. So what? What?
It's AI. Let me go along your premise. Bandman is AI. Then what? So what?
So what?
So what?
So what?
So what? Patty, you too. It's AI. So what?
So what? So
okay.
what?
So what?
It means that it's not truth. It's not truth to power.
To AI telling me about you just can't look at the salary raise. You have to look at so many other things. And I'm saying like, wait, them thing making sense, boy. Them AI making. You know what, Tommy? Let me get AI to run Trinidad and Tobago.
Better AI start thinking for some of these people who are
Let me get AI to think for Patty and Banme and them. Yeah. What we gonna call it? A Banme high, a Banme high, Banme AI, and a Patty AI. That's what we go do. You go get a Banme AI and a Patty AI. Yeah? Send it. And we could get a Gordon Joseph AI too. While we at it.
Some people just not ready, and they wonder why things are the way they are.
Correct.
Because their minds are like shut, closed, sealed.
Banme, you surprised me there, boy. I know you don't like Kamala, but you're surprised, me. Do you realize the most poor people is defending the PNM? That is correct. They ain't getting nothing to improve the standard of living. Yeah, they praising the leader who have not improved or care for the SOS. You are correct. We're gonna go for the break, folks. Yeah? Honest and PNM in the same sentence. Nah, you can't put them in the same sentence. The pensioners got raises only in Pandey and Kamala time. Yeah, look, we have it up there. Look, we have it up on the screen.
You know, the thing is that these people feel we are making up stuff. What we do is talking truth to power.
Yeah.
Truth to power. We're not making nothing up.
Yeah.
We don't have to make it up.
Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead.
We don't have to make stuff up. We just stating the facts. Unfortunately, you're asleep at the wheel.
The whole facts are nothing but the facts. That is it. We like to state facts, you know. Yeah?
Plight of my people.
Folks, we'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jersey Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott, 21-7.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is the baby and we in the mix. What's up? It's your boy Usher.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce.
It's your boy Chris Brown right here.
Playing nothing but the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. You are listening to In the Village with your host, with Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM. On Facebook and X, WZYE TV and YouTube. Subscribe. And you could reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Text and voice notes are also welcome. Remember, it's WhatsApp.
You know, Tommy, it's interesting, eh? The financial guru, welcome.
Yes, good night, Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and everyone. Are you hearing me very well?
Loud and clear.
Because you hear me?
Yeah.
Because on Thursday, I was a bit very upset, I have to say, when all of a sudden, you know, Mrs. Teixeira was cut off, electricity blackout, and can't get into the link.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to you. I'm in too well over the weekend, but I've been listening to the story, and I listened to what Mr. Atlanta's saying, and I even listened to Ban Maha. But the thing is, there's something called DU and de facto. And the fact is, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and everyone, Mr. Rowley, Dr. Keith Rowley, PM Rowley has a lot of power. And fortunately, these guys, including himself, Colin Member, Stuart Young, Francis Harari, they don't put the people of Trinidad and Tobago first. So I listened to what Ms. Atlanta is saying, but the fact is, they are probably deliberating as to what is the next move. I listened to the fact that Mr. Holness made a decision, which is the de facto decision, not to take the salary increases at the time. The NAR back in 1989, I refer to that when we had structural adjustment. The NAR had to cut salaries by 10%. And to empathize and show the people of Trinidad and Tobago that sacrifices were required by everyone, they took a 10% salary cut. Unfortunately, Dr. Rowley and Mr. Imbert and the rest of them are probably calculating what is the next move. Should be, because there's a good chance, I think, given the unrest, you have bigger in the University of West Indies protesting, you have the port and the SWTU, you have the National Insurance Board, where National Insurance Board is under the National Insurance Act, where the union and the board had made a decision and Mr. Imbert pulled it back, right? And you have all these other agencies. You have TNTech workers in Tobago. But you see, the thing is, Dr. Rowley is probably putting in his head, should I take that $1 million? Because I know I'm 74, 65, and I like money. You know, I don't want my money to sleep out. You understand, right? Should I take that $1 million and deal with the backlash, the probability of they being pushed out, or should I decide we're not going to do it, or we're going to give some members? I think Mr. Intellectual talked about that. So I think that is part of the calculus, that they're not sure as to what to do. I heard that Mr. Leons was saying that they will not accept it, but we don't know. But the fact is, the rubber stamping with Parliament, we know already Mrs. Bisasa Prasad has said she's not going to take it. And I heard Pastor Google talking about they are part of the equation and they will not take it. That is, according to what Dr. Rowley says, that's poppycock. The person who makes the decision in Trinidad and Tobago, yea, nay, some will get, some won't get, is Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. One more thing I want to point out, and I don't know if you'll be able to play, because I hear Bandera talking about AI. Focus on the message, not the messenger. That's the distraction. I had sent you, if you get an opportunity, Professor Wall Street, and I can send it over, Miss Suzette Lau. And I know people, they have have sometimes a different sort of opinions with Mrs. Lau, but she talks a lot of sense. She spoke about this. And if you have an opportunity, just to reinforce or buttress what the supposedly the two AI that Bandera is referring to talks about this salary increase by SRC. The last thing I want to point out, and I just want to refer this, give me 1 second. What these folks who continue to vote, you see, this is about country first. This is about country first. And the thing about Dr. Rowley, PM Rowley and company, is that if you oppose them critically, because this is not about PNM first, this is not about Rowley family first, or Imbert family first, or Tommy, family first. This is about putting Trinidad and Tobago first. And if something is being done that is inconsistent with the values proposition to help all Trinidadians, which is we are going through a serious economic decline, whether we like it or not, and adjustments have to be made. You understand? And leaders have to empathize and lead from the front, not from the back. Then how could that be considered anarchy? And that is what, unfortunately, a lot of PNM supporters, I have to call it like I see, and sometimes UNC supporters do. We have to realize you gotta call it down the line. You gotta be in the middle. If something is not right, you could support, and you knock me for that, Professor Wall Street. You could support the PNM. Nobody's telling you not for whatever. You don't want to vote for the UNC, or you want to vote for the UNC. But if your party leaders are not doing the right thing, for the sake of the country, you gotta say, hey, boss, listen, I ain't a right move. And here's the reason why. You can't get vexed and want to ostracize and politically assassinate people. And that's what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. That is the leadership issue that we don't see country first. The last thing I would leave, and I'm leaving it for Ban Maha. I'm sorry, Ban Maha, that I knock you. But it seems that you have political Stockholm syndrome. You know what Stockholm syndrome? And let me define that for you. Give me 1 second, Professor Wall Street, please. And let me just define the elements of political Stockholm syndrome. And it goes for everyone who does that, just hook, line, and sinker, whatever the leader say, yeah. Whatever, it don't make any sense. Yeah. You're right. And come up with other excuses. We have to stop that. We have to say, listen, man, Trinidad and Tobago is in trouble. Trinidad and Tobago is in trouble. So listen, this is political Stockholm syndrome. Political Stockholm syndrome refers to a phenomena where individuals or groups develop a psychological bond with their political captors or oppressors, often in response to perceived benefits of a sense of security. This concept is inspired by the original Stockholm syndrome, which describes a similar phenomena. And just some aspects: identification with the oppressor. Individuals begin to identify with the political captors, adopting their ideology, values, or belief. Loyalty and devotion. Despite being oppressed, individuals display loyalty and devotion to their political captors, often defending their action. Perceived benefits. Individuals believe they receive benefits or protection from their political captors, which reinforces their bond. Fear and intimidation. The political captors use fear, intimidation, or coercion to maintain control, which can contribute to the development of the Stockholm syndrome. So now, examples of political syndrome: I can't even pronounce it.
Authoritarian.
Citizens living under authoritarian regimes may develop a psychological bond. Cult-like political movements, followers of cult-like political movements may exhibit loyalty and devotion to their leaders, even if they are being exploited or manipulated. And the last thing, consequences. I won't ban my hand, all the rest. This falls into all and sundry. Whether you're UNC, whether you're independent, whether you're for Gary, whether you're for Philip Alexander, whether you're for Mrs. Bissessad, you have to understand it is country before party.
Amen.
Yeah, man. Leave it there.
Loss of autonomy.
Yeah, man.
Internalized oppression.
Thank you.
Difficulty in escaping. These are the consequences of that. So I will leave with that.
All right.
We have to be able to call a spade and put the issues that affect this country first before any party,
Thank you,
any
man.
political leader, any financiers. Because at the end of the day, and Dr. Oli always said that all are we in it, because if Trinidad
Let me take this next call. Leave it there. All right.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Wall Street. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Caller,
Very
welcome.
good.
Caller, welcome. You're on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yeah, Anselm LeBon, this is Rock Hack Show.
Rock, how are you doing?
I am fine, brother. I really have a question for you.
First time caller, man.
Yeah, but I've listened to your show.
You're listening
Just that I
silently,
haven't
boy.
called in.
PNM people that listen silently, You know that, right?
No, but you and me go back a long ways.
Yeah, we go back ways back. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Listen, the question I have is, something was brought to my attention recently about pay raises for the parliamentarians and the prime minister and whatnot in his cabinet, and back pay all the way to 2020. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah, they're getting back pay. I don't know exactly what year it's going, but they're getting back pay. The prime minister can get over $1 million in back pay.
And let me ask another question, because I'll be going down on the 7th to Trinidad. So right now, I have been dealing with some medical issues. That's why I'm kind of not in the mix. But what has been the reaction from the people on the street?
The question is, PNM people or UNC people?
I'm just talking about Trinidadians in general, because I hate this PNM UNC thing. It's so tribal.
But I saw it. Listen, the PNM people will defend it by any means necessary.
But let's put on our non-affiliated hats, okay? And just think Trinidad. Thinking Trinidad. We're not thinking UNC, PNM, whatever party you subscribe to. Coming out of COVID, the post-COVID effect on the world's economy and countries on the whole, all countries, including America. Can we substantiate a raise like this at this point and justify it based on what?
Yeah, the prime minister wanted.
And that's enough?
If the prime minister wanted, that is what they go get.
I would hope that, I mean, I know your program is used as a motivational tool and an organizing tool. I would hope that you will get some pushback from people in general on this, and let's review this even if the next election come, and make these people pay back some of that money, because they don't deserve a raise like that post COVID. I mean, what justifies it? What economic factor could justify they getting a raise like this? I mean,
Well, Rock, it's simple, right? The SRC, which I call a P&M party group, because at the end of the day, that commission, Dr. Rowley has the final say who gets on that commission, on that
Agreed.
committee, right? They decide to come up with salary increases. And as I say this all the time, a fish doesn't rotten from the tail. Prime Minister Rowley is the leader of the whole thing. He getting the most, right? And in my estimation, I am saying Dr. Rowley, if he's serious and he cares about the people of Trinidad and Tobago, he would have do like the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the transformational leader, Andrew Holness, right? And reject forthwith. From the time they come with it, he reject it forthwith. I don't want to raise.
Not at this time, right?
He sit down there and waiting. Go ahead, Tommy.
He would have said not at this time based on the economic outlook.
Yep. Sit down there and he waiting. You know, Stalin was song, wait, Dorothy, wait. What the Prime Minister do?
I was looking at it from when my political consultant had, because I do political consulting out here in the United States, and I was thinking, I mean, it's almost like he's deliberately trying to lose the next election. That's what this is, or am I just too pessimistic on this?
Yeah, he go come up with some election gimmick 3 months before the election and get them people and them some type of scrums. He go get them scrums, something go fall off the table, fall on the ground, right? And he go get them that election gimmick. You get them some grant. He go increase book grant. They go start sharing out houses. All kind of election gimmick they'll get them just before the election, and they go fall for it.
But I don't think that's going to be enough, because PNM has hemorrhaged so badly over the last 10 years that I am wondering if PNM, real hardcore PNM supporters are motivated to come out for PNM again next year. In my estimation, they will probably lose this election coming up, and with this move here, I think they could actually put a nail in the coffin.
Well, Rock, boy, I want to Rock, boy, you're putting good things out into the air. Let me put it that way, because you never know what election gimmick Prime Minister Rowley will come up with. You don't know. Because he's astute at election gimmick.
Let me say that Roman roti politics, the days of Roman roti politics are anachronistic. They're gone. I mean, the people are more enlightened now. People are on their phones, on the internet, on the computers. They are much more informed.
Rock. Them Stone Age Jurassic people who support independent, some of them don't even kind of to get on YouTube.
Yeah, but they're old. It's young people voting, guy. A lot of PNM supporters have died out. Let's be honest.
No, they're still alive. You mad or them still alive? You ever listen to the Mugabe station?
Yes.
I would be calling there all the time. I mean, most of them is pensioners.
You have to motivate young people to vote, because young people who feel hopeless and helpless, they would not vote.
Well, look, there's a similar scenario to what happened recently in the United States. We knew all along Trump has his hardcore supporters. Correct. We know right now Kamala Persad-Bissessar has her hardcore supporters. And we also know that PNM has its hardcore supporters. But the PNM hardcore supporters, I would posit that they have not only advanced in age and not as involved as they used to be, but a lot of them have died out, and a lot of them are disenchanted. A lot of them moved to me. Crime has really decimated a lot of PNM support. Let's be honest. They haven't handled the crime situation, just like Biden and Mr. Harris didn't handle the border situation. Just so PNM hasn't handled the crime situation, and I believe they are in mortal danger of really being voted out of office next time around. And with a move like this, to me, as I said before, it's like putting a nail in the coffin. I mean, do you agree or disagree with me? My analysis.
To be honest with you, Rock, I just want to see the back of this government. Well, however they want to do it. It doesn't matter however they want to do it. However they want to do it. Because, and I'm going to leave you with this, Rock. Rock, I don't know if you know, right, that there's over 300,000 black people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley. You aware of that? You know that? That's over 26%. And in the previous government, it was 17.3%. You know what I'm saying?
Well, demographics are changing. That's what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, demographics change from time immemorial because people just move around, play, go from migrate, go back, come. I mean, it's happening all over the world. It's always been happening. And right now, I mean, what are we going to do as it relates to the demographic shifts, which is something to me natural, right? That you can't really stop or prevent. I mean, Venezuelans have moved in and there now. How many of them are citizens? How many of them will be voting? How many of them will be voting illegally? Yes, granted that there is a demographic shift. You saying that is what? There are more East Indians now than blacks, so therefore the East Indians with their party, because we know that a lot of what goes on in Trinidad in terms of parties, tribal, blacks, Afros, Indos,
But Rock,
and in between.
But Rock, why do you keep voting for a party who have most of your people living below the poverty line? And
I totally agree with you,
the
sir.
infrastructure in these communities have gotten worse.
I'm not disputing that, but look, guess what? Right here in America, as you know, you have people in Appalachia that does not benefit from Republican policies, and yet they vote Republican. So I mean, you're going to do psychology now and figure out what it is about. But we know all over the world, the number one motivational factor in terms of voting is the economy. Agree?
Yeah. But some of them people ain't voting on that. Them voting because it's Prime Minister Rowley and he black.
So then the second thing becomes race.
Right. Prime Minister Rowley black.
And then
I voting for
religion, and then religion. And then we have misogyny, and then we have things like homophobia, transphobia. People might be scared of foreigners coming in. And, there are a lot of reasons for voting, but...
PNM people don't scare of foreigners coming in once they're not Trinidadians. If you're born in UK and, you have a different hue and you're born in United States, and you come to Trinidad and you got big work and you're getting US dollars, them don't scare about them. Them don't scare them. Or you come from another island.
So you don't believe xenophobia is an issue in the voting?
No, I don't think so.
What about religion?
Maybe minor.
Minor?
Yeah, not big.
All right. So let's say it's the economy. Right now, if the economy is
PNM people not voting on no economy. Them not voting on the economy. The economy could be bad. They don't want to know about inflation. Them don't want to know about the GDP. Them don't want to know about oil and gas running out. All them want to know, Prime Minister Rowley in power, he black, I voting for he. That is it.
Okay. So you're saying race is number one?
Yeah, race is number one.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to dispute it given the history of Trinidad politics. I'm not going to dispute that.
Yeah, man.
But I have hoped over the years that we would more vote on issues than even race. Even though, I mean, I've told a lot of people, even relatives of mine, this PNM till you're dead kind of talk is nonsense. total nonsense. Because what if PNM is just so horrible? What are you gonna do? Is you just gonna vote for them because
Correct.
it's PNM?
I'm gonna
That
vote
makes
for
no
them till I
sense.
dead. I don't care what they do. You understand that? I don't care if they have 300,000 black people living below the poverty that look like me. Once I know them in power, I know what the Indian woman in power. That is it. They don't care. That is it.
I am suggesting that the coming election, that's going to change, even if slightly.
Well, let's
That's
hope
gonna
so.
change.
Let's hope it change. Let's hope so.
Okay.
Rock, thank you, man. Don't be a stranger.
Thanks for calling in. I mean, thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Thanks for
man. Don't be a
listening.
stranger.
And you guys take care.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah.
You too. Thanks.
I'm a good partner, Rock boy.
Yeah, he said he's a political consultant.
We love PNM, you know. Love PNM too bad.
Yeah. Well, country's gonna have to start coming first soon.
Yeah, Rock is my real partner. You know. Rock is my real. But Rock, thanks so. You had a chat to me. I'm telling you, people just talk about numbers. We're not interested in numbers. We have plenty people listening. They just listen. You understand? And they just like the conversation so much that they had to pick up the phone and call. That's what has happened. They love the conversation and they know we talking truth to power. They know that. Some of them can't call. Some of them don't want to call. Yeah? But sometimes there's a testicular fortitude, boy, Tommy. Because, you know, Tommy, if some of them PNM people call again, victimized. Connect you ain't ever tell you don't call that Uncle Tommy and Wall Street program. Don't call that program. You forget you're working CPEP. Eh? You forget? Don't call that program again, eh?
But someone suggested that Leon's rejected the increase, and I would tend to think, knowing Leon's, that's the way he would think, because he's a very positive cat.
Who was that, Tommy? Who you say?
Leon's.
Leon's?
Yeah, it's been suggested that he rejected.
Tommy, I doubt Leon's gonna come out publicly and say he rejected. If he go come out and say, he had to say the PNM MPs rejected. They had to send him out to say that. If Leon said that, anyway, folks, send me the link if you all have it. Tommy, you have the link?
For
Leon saying he rejected.
No. I just heard Mr.
Rock?
No, the one before him, Mr.
Intellectual?
No, Mr. Intellectual.
Oh, the financial guru?
Financial guru.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, let him send that to me. He does some real good information. Hey, financial guru, Richard, send that to me. Send that to me. But folks, let's listen to my editorial. We've been having this here a long time.
We've been holding back this editorial.
Yeah, listen to this editorial, folks. Listen carefully, yeah? Listen.
A call for compassionate leadership. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley of Trinidad and Tobago faces a critical decision regarding the proposed salary increase for top public officials. In a nation grappling with significant socioeconomic challenges, rejecting this pay hike would be a powerful gesture of solidarity with the many citizens enduring hardship.
And that is exactly what the Prime Minister of Jamaica did. He says, you know, you see that pay raise? Or don't bring that by me. I good. When how long that thing come out now? A week now, Tommy? It's been out over a week now?
For 4 days. But last weekend, before the weekend last week.
Not one word from Prime Minister Rowley. Not one word. Eh? Now we continue to listen.
Here are 10 compelling reasons why Dr. Rowley should reject any pay increase. 1. High poverty rates. A significant portion of Trinidad and Tobago's population lives below the poverty line, especially the over 300,000 Black people. This figure underscores the urgent need for policies that prioritize poverty alleviation over personal financial gain. 2. Economic inequality. The disparity between the wealthy and the poor in Trinidad and Tobago is stark. Accepting a pay increase would only widen this gap, further alienating those who are already struggling to make ends meet. 3. Impact of COVID-19. The pandemic has exacerbated economic difficulties, pushing more people into poverty. Many families are still recovering from the financial setbacks caused by the pandemic, making it an inappropriate time for salary increases for top officials. 4. Rising unemployment. Unemployment rates have been a persistent issue, with many citizens unable to find stable employment. This situation calls for government action to create jobs and support the unemployed, rather than increasing salaries for those already in secure positions. 5. Inflation and cost of living. The cost of living has been rising, making it harder for low-income families to afford basic necessities. Rejecting the pay increase would demonstrate an understanding of these struggles and a commitment to addressing them. 6. Public trust and morale. In times of economic hardship, public trust in government is crucial. By rejecting the pay increase, Dr. Rowley would show that he is in touch with the realities faced by ordinary citizens, thereby boosting public morale and trust in leadership. 7. Ethical leadership. Ethical leadership involves making decisions that benefit the greater good. Rejecting the pay increase would set a positive example for other public officials and reinforce the importance of serving the public interest over personal gain. 8. Focus on social services. The funds that would have been allocated for salary increases could be redirected to improve social services such as healthcare, education, and housing. These areas are critical for the well-being of the population and require urgent attention. 9. Support for vulnerable populations. Many of those living in poverty are from vulnerable groups, including a significant number of Black citizens. Addressing their needs should be a priority, and rejecting the pay increase would signal a commitment to supporting these communities. 10. Long-term economic stability. Ensuring long-term economic stability requires prudent fiscal management. By rejecting the pay increase, the government can allocate resources more effectively to stimulate economic growth and development, benefiting the entire nation. In conclusion, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's rejection of the proposed salary increase, like Jamaican PM Andrew Holness did, would be a powerful act of compassionate leadership. It would demonstrate a deep understanding of the economic challenges facing Trinidad and Tobago and a commitment to prioritizing the needs of the most vulnerable citizens. Such a decision would not only enhance public trust, but also set a precedent for ethical governance in the region.
The first sign.
You know, it's interesting, eh? When you listen to my editorial and you listen to what Ban Meha was talking about AI, yeah? Yeah? Sounds very similar. Simple. These are things that could be done. Prime Minister Rowley could reject it. He can reject it. Let me play this voice note. He can reject it. Simple. Be compassionate to me. And tell yourself, you know what? The time is not right. The time is not right. You're saying down there and you're waffling. Like you're going to the Waffle House, Tommy, and they in this side, not you, Tommy. They in this side.
I get you.
Yeah, he in this side. He say that. You know what he doing, Tommy? He waiting to see the public reaction. Waiting to see how people go react.
Instead of showing bold, compassionate leadership.
100% accurate. Compassionate leadership. And the examples are there, you know. The examples are there. Yeah. Yeah, let me hey Rock, thank you very much, man. Let me play this voice note here. We get some voice note. I ain't play no voice note yet. Let me see. I'm gonna play this other voice note first. Alright, listen to this.
Yeah. Better evening again. I got a chance to jump in here now. What y'all were talking about Zabuka. I don't like that name at all, at all, at all. Zabuka. Avocado. Gosh, boy, my mother and my wife, give them that every day, every night. Smoke herring, give them that. Keep them thing far from, well, I'm eating a little Zabuka now because doc say it's good for you. So I eat a little piece, put it in my mouth, swallow it down quick with some food to run it down so I ain't going to get a bad taste in my mouth. The same thing with Coryley. Good for you. So I cut a piece. I just have that with my fruits on mornings. Yeah. But that's black thing, what they call smoke herring, we keep that a million miles from me. Yes. I wish the government banned that. And they ban cocaine and things. Anyhow, so the more serious matters. Review, salary. I started with a question though. My Chumakian friend, I want to know if you have a quota 8 days a week to call a name X amount of times. No matter what's the topic. Whether it's kataya, whether it's a mango tree, whether it is a whale, whatever the topic is, whatever platform it is, if you have a quota to call a certain name, way boy, you have it so bad, boy. The price so right, boy, and that I show, boy, the price is right. Anyhow, the introduction of computers and things supposed to be a good thing. I guess it's just like a knife. A knife is a good thing because you could peel orange, you could cut up vegetables, and but you know much people die because somebody use a knife. Somebody use a knife. You know the same thing in the computer. People use the same computer that you could do so much of good things with to do all kind of ungodly, evil, unethical things. Yeah. So are these two people debating and talking? So I'm like, but wait now, they're saying that the whole saying they don't know here, they don't know the mandate. Well, why then hush them out? If they don't know, why should you venture into an area that you don't know? Or at least indicate, well, probably this is so, probably that is so. Because all I hear is the same thing, you know. The Prime Minister, Rowley. The Prime Minister, Rowley. You know what the opposition leader back pay is supposed to be if the parliamentarians accept that proposal? You know what her back pay is supposed to be? And what the Prime Minister back pay is supposed to be? Look, something that I heard from the man who I find is a walking encyclopedia, and you don't have to question when he come out with his statements on them. Dominic. What about those persons who've labored all these years? They've been faithful, committed, dedicated. They serve well under UNC, under NAR, under PNN. They serve well under the partnership. They are not too far from retirement. Shouldn't they be appreciated that, all right, when the time come to go, that they would have gotten this? Rather than just the politicians and them saying, no, no. What about those people? Because remember, this is not for the politicians alone. I mean, the go along, come along talk show hosts and those who are hosting the platform and them, they give the impression as if, you know, this is Rowley alone, right? Rowley proposed this, and Rowley alone is going to get it, and Rowley alone will get the back pay. You see that kind of thinking? That come from the book that I trying to get people to burn by, the book of dotishness. Yeah. Look how much people will benefit if the word come back that says yes. Mind you, with my little simple understanding, I cannot see how they could come up with that kind of proposal when the persons who are there are not like hand to mouth. These are not people who, you know what I mean, boy, you could see them, you know what I mean, they're struggling, things rough, things that. I can't see that. I can't see that. So I don't know if they do any kind of needs assessment. They do performance assessment. I could imagine they do those things, right? But think about where we are at. The oil ain't flowing like it did in 2010 to 2015. No. All right? And the Rowley. Didn't Rowley and the government rejected one before? How come we're not hearing about that, boy, from these haters, the mudslingers? How come we're not hearing about that from them? All we hearing about is Jamaica. You could compare Jamaica with us? You could compare Jamaica with us? Oh, yeah. Get real now. Okay? Try and get real now. It might take the left hand slapping the right side of the face. Not too hard. Not too hard. But just enough to shake up the equilibrium. Okay? And I feel we could do that. I feel we could do that. Yeah.
Now, you know something? The reason why Alice let Gordon Joseph run that doxology that he does rant, because it's to expose them. Tommy, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do a needs assessment and come up with that raise for the salary for the prime minister and them?
It's totally ridiculous.
It's so much doxology, boy.
You know, when you think about it, let me just be impeccable with my words.
Nah, say that is so much doxology, and that is who the PNM are talking for them, boy. That man say needs. I don't even think he know what needs assessment is. He don't know. He don't know. He could never know what needs assessment is. He might know the word, but he don't know the meaning. He don't know the meaning. Tommy,
The Prime Minister come out and say, tighten your belt till 2007. Who's that for? Who's that belt tightening for? Number one. And number two, how low are their wages compared to the national average?
Tommy, that's why, folks, you have to let them breathe. You have to let them breathe. The same thing with the pastor with the internet search engine today. You have to let them expose themselves. I just sit back and watch and listen to them. It's upset at doxology.
You see, none of these operatives are for country. None. All they care about is that partisan politics as opposed to the national interest.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's sad. You understand? The man come up with a needs. We don't know if they did a needs test. We don't know.
A needs assessment.
A needs assessment. Yeah, but you know that. Wait. Hey, wait. Let me do this, I want to give him 4 PhDs. 4. Tommy, I'm elevating him. I gave him 4 PhDs. You don't even have to do an MBA. You don't even have to do a bachelor's. He don't even have to do associates, right? He don't even have to do a year in college. I gave him 4 honorary PhDs, 4 honorary. A PhD in doxology, a PhD in stupidology, a PhD in foolishology, and a PhD in dotishology. 4. Then I'm going to talk to Prime Minister Rowley, you know. Call her welcome.
Yeah, Professor Watson, just going back here. I just sent you the article from The Guardian where Minister Leonce made those comments. Sir. So if you check your email, you should see the article, sir,
Yeah.
on what he indicated.
You sent it to my email?
Yes, I sent it to your email.
All right, let me check it right
All right, so look on this.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Tommy,
Thank you.
Tommy,
Yes.
you know, there's a quote that says, it's better to keep your mouth shut and make people think you're a fool than to open it and confirm it.
I confirm it. Yep.
You ever hear that one? It's
Yep.
better to keep your mouth shut and make people think you're a fool than to open it and confirm it. But oh God, you know, I don't know.
You see, what's frightening, what's even more frightening is that how many people are of that same mindset and ilk that hold the nation's balance of power in their hands. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
How many people are of that ilk?
Plenty.
And that's sad.
Plenty. Mr. Florida, welcome. Mr. Florida,
Good evening, Mr. Ang.
you know what needs assessment is? You know what needs assessment is?
Yeah. But I want to say good evening, Mr. Hansen. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening to all the callers, all the texts. You know who is the sad thing about that whole voice message that man sending? That man is an elder. No? That man is an elder. No? And hear the statement that man make, that man gonna they need a needs assessment. He not worried about the average citizens, you know.
They don't need
And
assessment.
Sorry, Mr. Hansen.
No, they don't need assessment, and they come up with that. That's what they come up with.
Yeah, but the salary review committee, like it's the same way the man collect he diploma from in Howard. No due diligence.
Yeah. It's sad.
If you look at the situation and you look at social media and you look at all these programs they have and you see the people, the citizens suffering, how come the politician needs and assessment is the needs, they cost of living too high for them? I believe most of these politicians and all these people in the high places, Trinidad is the highest paid in the Caribbean, you know. And the only thing I don't hear the PLM fancy the Prime Minister need $1 million a month.
Trinidad is not the highest paid in the Caribbean.
All right, well, you know, but I just saying like assumption because when I look at the other Caribbean countries, I look at their politicians, I look at the politicians in Trinidad. I don't know when in my lifetime I go ride a Maybach, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
And
these politicians and them changing vehicles every 2-3 years, and it is $2 and $3 million vehicle with the taxes and we will give them. Well, let me wrong it up and the Prime Minister $1 million every month now. So the end of the year like 12 million tax free.
Yeah.
And Mr. Hansma, Mr. Tommy, that man is an elder. What kind of example you setting for the youths? Look on listen, Mr. Hansma, Mr. Tommy.
Yep.
So Tommy, here is an article 5 days ago. Let me read this. Adrian Adrian, he's my partner. He's my partner. Anyway, let me read this. Leon's confident.
He's a good friend of mine too.
Huh?
He's a very good friend of mine too.
I'm a partner. I'll just say to you, I'll be honest. I'm a partner. I don't want him to be victimized.
To wind up
Huh?
being you don't want him to wind up being a statistic.
Yeah, I don't want him to be a statistic. Leon's confident government will not adopt SRC's pay hike proposal. MP for Laventille East Movant and Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Adrian Leon, believes the government will not adopt the Salary Review Commission report proposing wage hike for 950 state officials across 325 categories of offices at this time. It is the first clear response from a government official regarding the report since it was laid in the lower house on Friday. Speaking with Guardian Media outside the Red House on his way to Parliament yesterday, Leon said, "I don't think it's going to happen, not at this point in time." Asked if this was the position of the cabinet, he said, "No, no, no. I am not in cabinet." Leons, as a minister within a ministry, is not a member of the cabinet, which is the sole lawful authority responsible for deciding whether to adopt the recommendation of an SRC report. Nevertheless, it is a legal requirement for all SRC reports to be laid before Parliament. And then it just goes on among officials expect get increased if adopted are president, prime minister, opposition leader, chief justice, police and prison commissioner, and others. Right?
Yes.
Tommy, I'm scared for Adrian.
I'm not scared for him because he's a good engineer. He'll get work.
And he's a junior minister?
He's still a good engineer.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying that he's so qualified, but he's a junior minister. He won Mova Laventille more than once. It's that people who just come off the scrappy and his junior ministers in the PNM. Adrian Leons have won Mova Laventille twice, I believe. Twice. A junior minister. Eh? Them other fellas didn't run for no office. They didn't run for no office. That's why I'm disappointed with the people in Mova. Well, they should have been in front of the prime minister office marching for him to be a minister. Ranson and run for any of Ranson and run for any constituency. He run for any? No, and he's a minister. Which constituency didn't Randall Mitchell's a MP in our constituency? I think so, you know. Think about that. The AG, the current AG, he run in any constituency?
Nope.
Well, make it make sense, eh? But I saw you for Adrian. I saw you for him. I saw you for him. No, I saw you for him. All the thing this prime minister ain't easy, you know. Me asking all you, not telling all you. Yeah? But folks, put your closing comments in the chat and put your closing voice notes. Remember, the voice notes no longer than 3 minutes in your closing voice notes. Okay? If it's longer than 3 minutes, I'm not playing it. Okay? Ravi, welcome. When Rooster, the most beautiful woman at their program on the Mugabe station, and every tool was Kamala, I didn't hear my boy calling to say that they're only speaking the same. Yeah? The report from the SRC must have a matrix to back the increase. Oh, yeah. That's a needs assessment party. That's what they call a need assessment. Yeah. Oh.
Just for the record, the highest paid Caribbean leader is the president of Suriname, followed by president of the DR, followed by Guyana, followed by Bahamas, then Trinidad is number 5.
Okay, good information.
Because I heard Mr. Florida saying he thinks that we might be number one. We're not. We're number 5. Then after us is Barbados, and Jamaica is number 7.
Yeah. Wait now, Jamaica lower than Trinidad,
Yeah, number 7.
and he reject you paying, Chris.
That's right.
Wait, nah, Tom, you sure you that right?
I'm telling you.
Jamaica lower than Trinidad, and he
Yeah.
reject the pay increase.
Yes.
Well, boy, no. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. Maybe they send out Leons to make that statement, you know, Tommy. Maybe Leons was sent out, so they can't take it now. All right, nah, you can't take it now. They ain't gonna take it. You go reject it. Prime Minister role, you go reject it now. I feel so. So Adrian, you're good. You're good. I think you're safe now. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. Tommy boy, I don't know, eh?
Yes, boy. Speak the truth now, boy. Speak the truth now, boy. I know your hate is stronger than your lover. But speak the truth. Well, oh gosh, at least China, the Prime Minister wanted. Nobody else wanted. Over 200, nobody else wanted.
Please, oh gosh. Please.
I don't know, boy. I'm sorry. Look this next one. Look this next one, Tommy. That is PNM Fox. You understand? We go read that. I will let you read that as the closing comment. You know, Tommy. For me, all I'm trying for people to do. You see that 11 minutes video with those 2 individuals? Yeah, Mr. Florida. Yo.
Hello?
Yeah, you're inside.
Yeah, I'm being quick. Good evening again, Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy. Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy, remember I told you 2025 coming in now. All our non-disclosure loans of tea, they have to pay it back, you know.
I know. Yep.
So all what they're talking about no one and who needs and who had to get this. When 2025 come and all our non-disclosure money and loans they take and they have to pay it back, then I go see which rooster signing up in top the tree and Korean. So come listen, Mr. Hansen, as I do.
You see, Tommy, all we are asking the people is to think.
That's all.
That's all we say. Think. That's all we asking you. Every time the government comes up with something, not because you're a supporter of them, you have to support it blindly. Do a little fact check. Do a little homework. Say, boy, oh God, that salary increase, boy. Who else in the Caribbean get a large salary increase, boy? Let me see if anybody think, and then come and make us no. That's unacceptable. But if everything they give you, you accept it. Every glass they give you with juice in it, you drink it. Every plate of food they give you, eat the whole plate of food. Sometimes you say, nah, boy, let me leave back something for later.
True.
You ain't leaving back nothing for later. Hear this now. Hear this now. Caribbean soul. You say Wall Street hates stronger than his love. What is love for you? To love the PNM or to love people? Correct is right.
That's right.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know
right.
how that.
To love your country or to love your party.
Tommy, I don't understand how a man who does preach the Bible so often does accuse people of hating other people. No,
Why don't you understand? What don't you understand about that?
No, I don't understand that. How could you, Tommy, always talking about the Bible more than anybody else, and you coming and telling people,
Passing judgment.
what does the Bible? Hey, Tommy, let me see what the Bible says on passing judgment. What about that?
Yeah, you can see.
He passing judgment and saying that I hate, you hate, we hate. Anyway, I not even gonna look that up for him. Nah, I ain't gonna give him that benefit. Let him deal with that in his heart. Let him go and read in his Bible what it says about passing judgment, especially hate. Let him go read the Bible and say that. But listen to your friend, Patty.
He must do that. The level of poverty in Jamaica is very high.
You know what? Let me see something. Now we gotta go for the break. Folks, we're gonna go for the break. Put your closing comments in the chat, or send your closing voice notes, or send your closing quotes. You can send it to 973-868-1444. If you want, you could also send it to 973-609-6509. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you in the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Tommy, you want to go first? You can give your
Yeah, I start off with the words of Arnold Palmer. Always make a total effort, even when the odds are against you. Like I say every time, you the man in the mirror. You have to be that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you tomorrow, God willing, right here in the village.
So, Tommy, I wanted to answer Patricia, and based on this, in Jamaica, about 20% of the population lives below the poverty line. You hear that? 20%. 20%. So in Trinidad, we have more black people living below the poverty line than the population, than the among wrong numbers, eh? Numbers to numbers, eh?
No, well, percentage to percentage, but because Jamaica's population is a lot larger than Trinidad.
Percentage to percentage. Patricia, anyway. Why? A storyboard. I'm frightened to live. Yeah, Caribbean Soul, you're so correct. Right? What about the crime rate, Patricia? Correct. What about the crime rate? What about the crime rate? All right. Let me see. Let me find out. What is... Well, we don't have to say that. Trinidad ranks 6 in the world.
That's right.
So we don't even have to... we don't even have to Google that. We don't even have to Google that. Trinidad ranks 6 in the world. Where Jamaica rank? So, Patty... Yeah,
all the defenders who defending the wrong things, stop and think. That's all. Stop and think. Forget party. Just stop and think. It's about time we get this country right. Oh, we just can't keep living that way. We can't go on that way.
Yep.
Just can't go on like that.
Tommy, you wouldn't believe it, boy. A picture come up with me and the Speaker of the House.
Mm-hmm.
I had real good. I used to meet some powerful people in Trinidad, boy.
Mm-hmm.
On November the 16th, 2016, a picture come up in me and Prime Minister Rowley. On the 16th, you know, of this November, just going there. A picture come up in me. A picture come up in me and Bridget Anderson George. I said, wait. I said, boy, this little boy from Chumaka, real no people, boy. Did they? Oh God. Yeah. My closing quote. Uh closing quote. Look at there, yes. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule. Never lie to yourself. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule. Never lie to yourself. All right, let me go. Let me go to the closing quote in the thing. Miss Atlanta says, nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. And a mistake which makes you humble is much better than an achievement that makes you arrogant. There you go, Miss Atlanta. Um, this is Mr. Florida closing comment.
Then again, Mr. Answer, Mr. Tommy, blessings to you guys, blessings to your family, blessings to all the callers and all the texters, blessings to your family, you guys be safe. And my closing comment, a compass, a scorecard, and all points.
Hold on.
Yeah, good evening again, Mr. Answer, Mr. Tommy, blessings to you guys, blessings to your family, blessings to all the callers and all the texters, blessings to your family, you guys be safe. And my closing comment, a compass has 4 cardinal points. But in order, you have to use it, and you also have to use your feet in order to find your destination. Have a good night, people.
Bless.
Let me make my closing comment. Disappointed, but not surprised. Because in the mindset of many, too much. Probably not even quarter of the population, but anything you say, as long as you're not praising UNC, praising Mrs. Prasad Bisesa, as long as you are not doing that, one, you are PNM. Yeah, you are PNM. Twishness. Well, I know there are plenty people who ain't gonna call in and who ain't gonna message and think probably they prefer to type and things. But I am a whole, I won't use the other word, and my back broad. You feel I really care? Because I know my heart, and that's where I am speaking from. So while it may go across in a different way, I feel it's deliberate. It's not no misconstrue, misunderstand. No, it's deliberate. So I never said that they should do a needs assessment. I never said that. Listen to the bloody tape again. Listen to it right there. I said, did they? Obviously, if I am asking that, is indicating that had they done that, then it is quite possible they might not have come up with what they come up with. I never said that they did or they need to. Gosh, boy. For the sake of hate? For the sake of party? But I guess some favorite words that you would hear on this platform. Fish don't rotten from the tail or the foot or the belly. They rotten from the head. Yes, so as I finish, he jump out, right? And yeah, and give me all these awards and yeah, acclaims and yeah. But you know, it ain't changing the price of coffee. People seen right through all about just have one agenda. Nothing about balance, nothing about truth. But I'm telling you, fix it quick enough. Because when the IT hit the fan, ay. Anyhow, have a God night. Think about God more than people. Because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the night, that is where your life really, really matters. Bye.
Robert says, PR, I wasn't talking to you, but if the cap fit, okay. Yeah, I party. Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Yeah, Mr. Answer, Mr. Tommy, I can't let go. Joseph be the last thing to be here on this radio station because that nonsense he's talking. People on the line, you guys have a good night. You guys have a peaceful night. May God bless you. And we hope to see you tomorrow. But I know I will see you tomorrow because God is good and all are we his family. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, man. Bless. Caribbean Soap, Patricia is a good, only good PNM. She don't show hate. She just missing some brain cells. But she's a good one. Yeah, Patty's a good one. I don't, no, seriously. Patricia Reed is a good one. She's a good one. Yeah. She, she does do some out of time and things sometime, but that is the PNM education. It's not her fault. It's really not her fault. Mr. Intellectual closing comment, truth is an obstacle to those who believe in ignorance and oppression. Yeah? Caribbean Soul says, Patricia, we support sunlight. We support a hard, bitter flower. Yeah. And this is the last one. Caribbean Soul, Patricia, LMAO. All you're real good at making excuses, but the crime rate higher in Trinidad than Jamaica. Yeah, boy, Patricia, boy. I surprised. Oh, look, this fella closing comment to me. You want to read that? Unmute your mic. Your mic.
Read all that already. Closing comment. A 2011 household budget survey found that there were more wealthy people of African ethnicity in Trinidad and Tobago than any other group. However, a study using census data from 1970 to 2011 found that whites and other smaller ethno-racial groups continue to outperform blacks. In addition, it is a legal requirement for all SRC reports to be laid before Parliament.
So, folks, we out of here. See you tomorrow. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. All right. We're gonna go out with Karina shit. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
We gotta save it. Oh yeah, my sweet TNT. Oh yeah. We used to sing sweet, sweet Trinidad. To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss while editorials ask, how did we ever come to this? But so long we hearing, you got to stand up and be counted. But daily we're intimidated. Every day and next getting on.